a complete day trip guide from Rome to Florence in just one day. Can you really visit Florence in just one day from Rome? Hi, my name is Valentina with Crown Tours, and in this video, we're going to show you exactly how to spend a perfect day in Florence from morning until night. 7 a.m. Start your journey. Your day begins at Roma Termini station. We recommend taking one of the first high-speed trains in the morning. Trains operated by Frecciarossa and Italo reach Florence in just about an hour and a half, making this trip surprisingly easy. Booking in advance is highly recommended because prices go up the closer you are to the date of the trip. If you book at least 1 month in advance, Frecciarossa has a standard price of 20 euros, or on Italo Treno, you can find trains for 16 euros. You can go to trenitalia.com or italotreno.com and search departures from Roma Termini to Firenze Santa Maria Novella station. This is the station located in the center of Florence. And this is actually one of the biggest advantages of traveling by train in Italy. There's no need to arrive hours early like at the airport, and the train stations are located right in the city center. So our suggestion would be to arrive at Termini station at 7 a.m., grab a takeaway cappuccino in any of the station's bars, and hop on a train that leaves for Florence before 7:30. Now, don't underestimate Termini station. It's big. And if you want to find out more on how to navigate it, you should check out this video right here. Always check the departure screens to see which platform your train is departing from, and try to be at the train 5 minutes before the train leaves, because doors can close 1 minute before your departure time. Your ticket will have the wagon number you'll need to hop into and your seat number. Settle into your seat and enjoy the ride and your cappuccino through the beautiful Tuscan countryside. Just double check if you have to validate your ticket before going on the train to avoid any unnecessary fines. Before you know it, you'll arrive at Firenze Santa Maria Novella station, ready to start exploring. 9 a.m. Breakfast like an Italian. Now that you've arrived, let's do what Italians do best: coffee. Walk to Antica Pasticceria Sieni, just 7 minutes away from the station. Order a cappuccino or espresso with a pastry of your choice. Everything they do here is amazing. And then you get to enjoy a few quiet moments before the city gets busy. And here's a little tip. If you can't wait to start your day and don't want to sit down, order your coffee standing at the bar. It's often cheaper than sitting at the table, and it's a small detail, but also part of the authentic Italian experience. 9:30 a.m. Discover the heart of Florence. One of the best things about Florence is that almost everything is within walking distance. From the coffee shop, you'll find yourself wandering through charming streets lined with elegant buildings, artisan shops, and historic cafes. And in just 5 minutes, you will arrive at Piazza del Duomo, where Florence's most famous landmark will suddenly appear in front of you. The Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore is breathtaking. Its white, green, and pink marble facade is unlike any church you'll see in Italy, and Brunelleschi's massive dome completely dominates the skyline. Take your time here. Every corner offers another incredible view of the cathedral. 10:30 a.m. Step into the Renaissance. Florence is often called the cradle of the Renaissance, and you really can't visit without experiencing some of its world-famous museums. If it's your first visit, you have two fantastic options. The Uffizi Gallery is home to masterpieces by Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, Caravaggio, and Michelangelo, making it one of the most important art museums in the world. Or, if you've always dreamed of seeing Michelangelo's David, head to the Accademia Gallery instead. Standing in front of David is one of those moments that photos simply can't capture. If you can get close enough, you will even see the little hearts carved inside of his eyes. It's such a special detail that makes this statue that much more special. Now, here's our biggest tip. Don't just visit these museums, experience them with a guided tour. It's easy to walk through room after room without realizing the incredible stories hidden behind each artwork. With an expert guide, you'll learn about the rivalries between Renaissance artists, the powerful Medici family who shaped Florence, the symbolism hidden within famous paintings, and the fascinating history that brought these masterpieces to life. Instead of simply looking at art, you'll understand why these works changed the course of history. At Crown Tours, we offer expertly guided experiences at both the Uffizi Gallery and the Accademia Gallery. Our licensed guides help bring these incredible collections to life, while making sure you don't miss the museum's most important highlights. It's the perfect way to make the most of your limited time in Florence. Whichever museum you choose, make sure to reserve your tickets in advance. Florence is incredibly popular, and waiting in line on a day trip is not an option, especially since the no-ticket lines can take up to 3 hours. 1:30 p.m. time for lunch. After a morning full of history and art, you will be very hungry. So we have a couple of options for your lunch break. If you want to sit down for lunch and have a proper meal, this is a list of our top trattoria in Florence. Buca Lapi, Buca dell'Orafo, Buca Mario, Trattoria Sostanza, Il Troia, Trattoria Camillo, and Antico Fattore. We suggest you order some classic Tuscan dishes like fresh pappardelle with wild boar ragu, homemade ravioli, ribollita or papa al pomodoro if you're looking for something traditional. Or if you're a meat lover, you need to try the famous bistecca alla fiorentina, a thick-cut T-bone steak that's meant for sharing. Pair your meal with a glass of local Chianti wine, relax for a while, and enjoy the slower pace of Italian dining. On the other hand, if you want to try the famous all'antico vinaio sandwich, then Florence is the place to do it since it was first born here. This sandwich is called schiacciata, and it's a traditional Tuscan flatbread whose name means flattened or squished. Similar to focaccia, but it's a little bit thinner and has a crispier and crunchier crust. Now, all'antico vinaio is very famous, so you can expect a long line, but don't worry because it goes pretty fast. And then when you have your schiacciata, just head on over to River Arno and enjoy your lunch with the view. Other panino shop options that are as good as all'antico vinaio can be Pino sandwiches, panini toscani, panetteria e stuzzicheria de Neri, or La Divina Schiacciata. 2:30 p.m. Gelato or an affogato? Now comes one of the hardest decisions of the day. If it's a warm afternoon, treat yourself to authentic artisanal gelato. You must go to Gelateria dei Neri and try their pistachio, salted caramel, or dark chocolate flavors, but whatever you order here, you can never go wrong. On the other hand, if it's not that hot and you want to try something unique or you need a little extra energy for the rest of your trip, then head over to Vivoli and order their classic affogato instead. It's the creamiest vanilla gelato scooped into a coffee mug, topped with a freshly brewed shot of hot espresso. You will never get over how good this affogato tastes. We live in Rome and we still think about it on a daily basis. 3 p.m. Shopping for Florence's famous leather. Did you know that Florence has been famous for leather craftsmanship for centuries? This is one of the best cities in Italy to shop for leather goods. Whether you're looking for a handbag, wallet, belt, gloves, or even a leather jacket, you'll find countless artisan boutiques throughout the historic center. There are also some street vendors that are very willing to negotiate their prices, so try to bargain a little here. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, it's fascinating to see the quality and craftsmanship that Florence is known for around the world. 5 p.m. Walk across Ponte Vecchio. As the afternoon begins to wind down, make your way toward one of Florence's most iconic landmarks, Ponte Vecchio. This medieval bridge has stood for centuries and is famous for the jewelry shops built directly along its sides. As you cross, stop in the middle and admire the Arno River flowing beneath you. This is one of the most photographed views in the city, and once you're there, you'll understand why. 5:30 p.m. A glass of wine before sunset. Before the sunset hits, on your way up to Piazzale Michelangelo, we suggest you stop at Babè for a glass of wine through one of the historic iconic wine windows. These are small openings, often called buchette del vino, cut into the stone facades of historic palaces. They were built in the 1600s, so noble families could sell wine directly to the public without paying taxes. At Babè, you can sit at a table or just enjoy it on the sidewalk watching people pass by. 6:30 p.m., the best sunset in Florence. Now it's time to finish your day with the most spectacular view in Florence at Piazzale Michelangelo. The walk uphill is short, but it takes a little effort. However, it's worth every step. From here, you'll enjoy a panoramic view of the entire city. You'll see the Duomo rising above the rooftops, the Arno River winding through Florence, Ponte Vecchio stretching across the water, and the rolling Tuscan hills in the distance. As the sun begins to set, the warm golden light transforms the city into something truly magical. This is the perfect moment to take photos, sit for a while, and simply appreciate where you are. 8 p.m. back to Rome. As evening arrives, head back towards Santa Maria Novella station and catch your high-speed train back to Rome. Right in front of the train station, you will see a tiny sandwich shop called Panino Mondiale, Specialità Lampredotto. They have a small and very traditional menu of options. All of them are incredible. So our suggestion would be to order a takeaway panino to eat on the train so you don't have to think about dinner when you arrive to Rome. If you take your train at about 8:30, you should be back in Rome by 10:15 p.m. In just one day, you'll be surprised by just how much you've experienced. From Renaissance masterpieces and incredible architecture to unforgettable food, artisan shopping, and one of Italy's most beautiful sunsets, Florence proves that even a single day can create memories that last a lifetime. I hope we were able to show you that this day trip is absolutely doable and worthwhile. If you know where to go and how to manage your time, Florence can be very easy, convenient, and one of the best ways to experience another side of Italy, even if your vacation is short. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. And if you're planning your Italian adventure, don't forget to subscribe to Crown Tours for more expert travel guides, local tips, and everything you need to make the most of your trip. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao!